Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notification every time I upload a video. Today's video is going to be a Power Book 2 Ghost prediction. This is the predictions after I watched episode 1. So these are my predictions that I think is going to happen later on in the season. And I'm going to give my opinions and everything like that in this video. And if you have any predictions yourself, you be sure to leave them down in the comment. I'll be glad to read them and give my honest opinion from that as well. It may be something that I never even thought of, so stay tuned. So one of my first predictions is, if you watch episode 1, you see that Tasha threw out Tommy's name saying she wanted Tommy to kill Ghost, and they charged her with this queen pin charge or whatever. My prediction is Tommy's gonna come back, because they haven't really said anything about Tommy like in the credits, or like we haven't seen him filming. Maybe they're trying to keep everything a secret. But my prediction is Tommy's gonna come back and he's gonna try to put a hit out on Tasha and take her out, like, because she threw his name in this mess, so it's gonna mess up all the business that he has going on. His mother is probably gonna come out the woodwork asking Tasha what's going on, while she blaming Tommy and calling Tommy out, because as we noticed in the finale of the actual Power, Tommy left, but his mother was still alive, I believe. I don't think she was gone. So when she heard Tommy's name, because this is like a big federal, it's going to be a big federal case now. When she heard that Tasha's putting Tommy's name in it, she's going to tell Tommy, as one of Tommy's associates going to tell Tommy, or Tommy's going to read about it and hear about it on the news, and he's going to come back to New York, and he's going to have to see Tasha. He's going to meet up with Tasha, because most likely she's going to be out on bail or whatever. She's going to, the Method Man's going to find a way to get her out of jail, and she's going to be out on bail. He's going to pop up on Tasha, and she's going to be really like scared, because she already threw his name out there. So that's one of my main predictions. He's going to pop up and start wreaking havoc on everything. I don't know, he may be able to forgive her for putting his name out if she tried to explain it away, but he's still going to be mad at her, like in the back of his mind, like he's still mad at her about her killing Lakeisha, because he kind of believed her with the papers and stuff. But he kind of didn't, because he knew she wanted to take her out, because she was going to put Tariq in jail. So, I don't know. He may be still harboring feelings for that. And the whole Holly thing, with Holly stealing her earring and stuff, and Ghost, well, he killed Holly himself. And Ghost was trying to get Holly to go away and all that. But everything to build up with Tommy and Tasha is back and forth. Tommy's gonna come back, and he's gonna wanna see Tasha, if you know what I mean. Another prediction that I have is Saxe. Saxe is gonna get caught up in this case, especially when Tasha finds out that Saxe was actually there. She can come up with this defense that she thought it was Tommy because she told Tommy to do it, but she didn't really think Tommy was gonna do it. And then it was actually Saxe because he was there. And maybe they didn't turn off all the cameras, and they can pull up the camera footage and see Saxe was actually there in the hallway pulling up outside. I think they turn off the cameras on the inside, but most of the times, like buildings like that, if they have cameras on the inside, they have cameras on the outside too. So I don't know about all this extra stuff, but if the writing is okay, they can pull up the cameras and saw Saxe was there, and Saxe going to get intertwined, and he's probably going to end up getting charged with the murder, and Tasha's gonna get off, especially with Davis, if he's a good enough lawyer that everybody's saying that he is in New York or whatever. If he's this good enough lawyer, he can get Tasha off and have this blamed on Saxe, and have Saxe, it's some kind of way that Saxe can kill Ghost if he, I don't know, because Ghost had this hard on for him, and so if he take Ghost out, I don't know. But I don't know what the reason would be with Saxe. So they probably come up with something. But they can blame Saxe for this, but they got to have a good enough reason for it. And he doesn't really have an alibi because he was there. And then his powerful family probably going to try to help him get out of this mess. Because you know how his brother kept on saying, oh, I'm going to have to save you. I'm going to have to save you. We don't want you to ruin the family's name. So I don't know if that's like foreshadowing. But if the lawyer is good enough to get Tasha off, and they're good enough to blame Saxe for this and have a good enough reason, Tasha can be free. Because she didn't actually do it anyway. So Saxe is in hot trouble, especially if everybody found out he was actually there. Because when he went to Tamika's house, he told Tamika that he was there. So that's another witness that he told that they were there. And he fit the height requirements, which was 5'11" to 6'3", I believe. And they're trying to still say it was Tariq. I don't think Tariq is 5'11". I really don't think Tariq is 5'11", guys. So I don't know, but if they have a good enough reason, they can blame Saxe. One of my third predictions is Tariq is going to get revenge on Effie. I think he's still harboring like feelings towards her. Like he's trying to play it off cool like he doesn't really care. But I think he's still like mad that she messed up his deal. He had a good little thing going on at the school and she like ended it for no reason. And I think he's going to find out who her dealer is and probably steal from the dealer to get some more product because he didn't pay for the product in the last episode, in the first episode that we saw. He didn't pay for the product, he just took it. So he don't even know if it's the right product or not, or is it the fake product, because he claimed he was selling fake product. So I don't know how he's going to test this product to make sure that it's the correct thing, but that's what he needs to do. But I think he's going to set Effie up and then have her lead her to whoever his dealer is and take the stash in order to get the $500,000. But I don't think he could get $500,000 liquid cash in order to give to Davis, which is Tasha's lawyer, which is played by Method Man. I think his name is Davis. Don't quote me on that. But that's what I think is going to happen. Because he still owe Method Man $450,000 in order for him to physically like take Tasha's case without him conning the internet. So number 4, Mary J. Blige. I don't know what her character's name is. I forgot. But I think that her and Tariq is going to be direct competition, and she's running her husband drug in a like empire or whatever because he's in jail for life. I'm assuming from drugs, they didn't really say, but she's running her husband's drug enterprise in her empire. So I think her and Tariq is going to end up like clashing or whatever, because then later on, like in the trailer, we saw her saying find out everything you can about Tariq. So if Tariq is good enough to hide everything that he's doing, he might not be good enough to hide everything that he's doing from like Mary and her family, because they already know how criminals work. So I don't think Tariq is that smart, especially with him still being a teenager or whatever, to like watch everybody around him, watch see if somebody's following him, watch any new like leads or whatever that may be going on. So she has the experience, such as Tasha, to know how everything works. But if Tariq is good enough, he can get in, see who her dealer is, see what her stash is. But it'd be very dangerous if he like take from her, because if her husband is as dangerous as they say he is, Tariq gonna be dead within like a minute of him taking that stuff, or within like a day or something. But I think her and Tariq may be in direct competition. But I also feel that if she finds out he is out here slinging, they may become partners in like a weird kind of way. Because Tariq, he does seem like a cool little kid who can pull off this kind of stunts. You know what I mean? So that can go both ways, but I kind of see them as being like direct competition. And Tariq trying to find out everything he knows about their empire and stuff, with the money and stash and all that stuff. So I don't know. So that's kind of like up in the water for me for that one. But I'm really interested to see how the storyline goes. She's trying to find out everything she can about Tariq. And last but not least, my predictions for this season is Tariq. See, he met his roommate's cousin. He's kind of feeling her, you know, because she's kind of probably reminds him of her mother, since she's in the life or whatever. And then when he met Paige Hurd, I forgot what her name is on it. You know, the cute little girl who's at the school or whatever, who's trying to get him to be back on the right track. That kind of reminds me of like Angela, who tried to get Ghost to get out of the drug dealing game. And then like Mary J. Blige's daughter, who kind of is in the game, and he is actually Ghost. So this is kind of like history repeating itself. So he has his mother on one side, and he has Angela on the other side, and they both seem to kind of like him, and he doesn't know what to do or who to pick. That's what my prediction is going to be with that. It's kind of like history repeating itself. He's following in the same footsteps as his father, something that he despised and something that he hated so bad that he had to take his father out. But he's out here doing the same thing. Isn't that ironic? And isn't that hypocritical? That is crazy, isn't it? How everything comes back tenfold. So those are my predictions after episode 1 for Power Book 2 Ghost. Those are my top 5 predictions that I think is going to happen later on in the season. I hope they bring Tommy back. I love Tommy. Tommy's my favorite character. I don't care what anybody says. He's just crazy. I don't know why I like crazy people. He's just crazy and interesting to watch. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. A thumbs up this video, like this video, share this video. If you have any predictions yourself that I didn't cover in it, just leave it down below. I'll be sure to read it and give my own personal comment as well. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow all my social media. They're down below. Bye.